2 years ago, we had the first hammer-in at the Kentucky Museum. What a hammer-in is it's a meeting of blacksmiths. Over the years, we'd always talked about this would be really fun just to have a group of people that would meet on a regular basis, and we had toyed with the idea for 3 or 4 years. From that, we created the Kentucky Forge Council. And the Kentucky Forge Council is a group of about 25 active blacksmiths that we meet on a monthly basis. And we usually have a demonstration at each meeting and talks about different projects that folks are doing. We actually have a show and tell where we bring in recent work and talk about problems we're having with it, or new techniques that someone's learned, or whatever. But the main thing is it's a sharing group, and we share ideas, we share tools, we share process, we share shops, and we want to pass this along to the next generation. The shapes you can create are limited to your imagination. As long as you can heat the piece and pound on it with a hammer, you can make any shape or tool or whatever that your imagination will allow. Blacksmithing is the process of heating steel to about 1500 degrees, which is basically cherry red in heat, and then shaping it with a hammer and an anvil. And once the steel gets up to that temperature, it's pretty much like clay. You can shape it any way you want. It's a hand skill that's kind of been forgotten. 100 years ago, there was a blacksmith in every community. In a lot of communities, they were the center of the community, because the blacksmith was the person that sharpened your knives, made your tools for gardening, shoed your horses, repaired your wagon, all that stuff. My great-grandfather was a blacksmith, and there in rural East Tennessee, it was a vital skill that you had to survive on the farm, because back in those days there weren't Walmarts, and there weren't no stores on every corner. So if something broke, you had to know how to fix it. We had a sawmill, and we had lots of scrap wood around, and I had wanted to get into cabinet making, furniture building, and really didn't have the money for the expensive hand tools. So at some point I decided I would start making my own tools. I made a few chisels and carving knives and things of that nature, and from there I decided I like blacksmithing more than actual woodworking. So I started doing more blacksmithing, and that's been about 20 years. It's about basic hand skills and teaching a craft that that you can create your own tools, create your own utensils, create your own gardening tools. I like the idea of being self-sufficient. Being able to build your own tool and take a piece of scrap metal you find on the side of the road and build something useful, or something amazingly beautiful from this piece of scrap metal. And it's about the hand skills and about the tradition, just keeping that alive.